Hello, everybody, and
Hello!
welcome to Switzerland 48. I am Orange. Next to me is Lucky. Lucky, how
Hi,
we
I'm
doing
Lucky.
today?
I'm doing great today. I was gonna commentate last week, but I I got in a bit of a fumble and I completely forgot. But I'm here now. The little guy is here. I'm
Yippee!
back. We're back in business, baby. And we're about to have a great
We
time.
absolutely. First off, we are going to see Yes I Do versus Minty. Minty, I believe, is becoming a regular oh, never mind, the last was Switzerland 44, but surprise to no one, is playing Mint Decav.
Ooh.
So yeah, we'll see. Yes I Do is playing a Splash. I think that's V Splash, and unsurprising, a Mint Decav from Minty. How do you think
I love
these
Splash.
weapon?
I think
Yeah.
I mean, Decav's like objectively stronger, but Splash has so much paint, and with that crab, it can hold a good position really well. As for a 1v1 though, you know, Decav's pretty strong. I can see it being a tight pinch here.
Yeah, definitely. I do think everything you said was right, but we do see the range from that Mint Decav really quickly as Minty gets the first kill and the zone. And as we are seeing here, yeah, the Splash is really good paint, but like decavs just have a lot with as well, which is going to be really good for them. We do see a crab popped up. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get anything, and this timer is just ticking down.
Ooh, they're close to a kill though. They're close to a kill.
Yeah, that's really nice.
They got it. I love to see that.
We do. We see points go up for Minty. They almost got away, but sadly, the mobility from a Splash is really nice for them. As we
and
do
a
see
really good
crab.
hold point for that crab. But with the Decav flanking around, you know, they've got a good hold of zone now. They could easily take that back.
Yeah, and I didn't think that a bubble would be nice, but I do think that it did help Minty, just forcing the crab to focus on the bubble instead of, you know, killing Minty. So
at the very least, it is a distraction. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Oh, looks like they got that good kill there, though. With Minty easily taking the zone back, taking up that space. They've got another bubble. I do want to see how they utilize that. Holding up space in their spawn, that's the good approach. That's a good approach. Especially with that bubble and their range, it is really hard to fight out that Decav.
Yeah, that was really nice. Just using playing at your range, which is something Minty is doing quite well at, getting the lead back after Yes I Do got it. And Yes I Do is going to have to do something here to get Minty on.
Ooh,
which they
good
do.
Kill,
they didn't even
good catch.
Yeah, they didn't even have to use that crab, so they can save it. Probably get up on the glass and pop it.
Yeah, I was gonna say glass is such a good spot for crab on this map, especially if it's the enemy spawn.
Yeah, definitely. And ooh, Minty misses the one shot, so Yes I Do will be able to get it. Might be able to get lead here unless Minty can do something. But Yes I Do can't really do much because it is not Splash is not a really good poking weapon. So we just see Minty able to get out, popping that bubble, taking the zone before Yes I Do can get lead. So Yes I Do is forced
1 point away from the lead.
He's one shot, one. But yeah, now Yes I Do is being put on the back foot, so Minty is gonna have to do some. Okay, Yes I Do does do something about it.
They got the zone back. They got the zone back. That's the good thing with Splash. As long as they can stay alive, they can maintain the zone pretty decently. But easy one shots come from that Decav. It's a very strong weapon.
Yeah, you gotta worry because even though in 1v1s you're not really gonna be like flanked, you're not going to ever not know where your opponent is. Of course, I say you're not gonna be flanked as soon as yes I do flanks, but anyways. Ooh, and that is Aura for Minty. Getting enough kills, really hard to do that in a 1v1, and with 20 ticks left, yes I do has to do something very quickly.
They have to hit that zone quick or else they're not. Oh, that's gotta be game at that rate.
Yeah, no way that you're not going to ever get it there or get there after being killed with, what, 3 ticks to go?
Honestly, a pretty impressive fight, though, dare I say. Most of that fight, they were pretty neck and neck, you know? Like, despite Splash having pretty strong weaknesses compared to Decaf. You know, Decaf's an easy killing weapon. Maybe not easy, but a pretty strong killing weapon, you know, 1-shot to 2-shot. Meanwhile, Splash, they have to, like, wiggle themselves around a little to get that pick. And even with that, they were able to hold their fights pretty well. There were some times they took Minty's entire base to themselves. Like, on a Splash, I'd say that's pretty impressive. But unfortunately, you know, that Decaf took the lead, and with how easy they were getting those kills, there was only so much that they could do about it.
Yeah, absolutely. But as we go to Wahoo World, I am interested to see what Yes I Do does, because I do see Decaf being really good here, just either being able to be in that zone to just hold it off playing at range. So I do think Yes I Do either is going to have to play for special, try to flank, which is not the easiest, admittedly, or just pick something else to use.
Especially on a map like Wahoo, it's a tricky map in general, like especially for zones, because the zone is so high up in mid. If you're flanking, you have to be down below usually. It's pretty big disadvantage, but you know, that could be a disadvantage for either of them, honestly.
Yeah. Although I am seeing a stamper from Yes I Do, so
there it
and
is.
they do pull it out. Yeah, I was about to. Ooh, and the Dread Ringer.
Dread.
Yeah, we're trying to see some zones cheese here, which is interesting. Oh, and with that main of a special power up, yeah, we're just going for full zone cheese here on Minty's side. But yeah, Yes I Do is really. This might have been perfect for Minty, because a slosher is like the one weapon that can poke even if a stamper is poking, but it doesn't matter, as Yes I Do does get the first kill and pulls the zip cast, trying to get another kill, which I don't know if they're going to be able to get.
It was close though. It got them some good points. They're all the way in the 60s now.
Yeah, definitely. But we are in a neutral state. Yes I Do being chipped and gave up the zone from Minty, but I do think a recap from Yes I Do won't be the hardest thing in the world compared to last game.
I was gonna say, speaking of this Dreadringer, a slosher is especially good on a map like Wahoo, especially with how much you have to utilize that lower ground there, but also with all those walls. Like you could see Yes I Do trying to poke around the corner, but with the bucket and the drop damage, they were easily able to get that. And it's a pretty strong weapon on a map like Wahoo, especially. But it looks like Yes I Do's gotten that kill. They're taking back the zone. They're at a disadvantage in terms of paint, but they're still making it do, you know? If they just hold Minty out of that zone. Oh, but unfortunately they did get killed. And like I said, pretty good weapon for Wahoo zones, I will say.
Yeah, and Minty still has the Reef Glider, so they have I think that's the suction bomb kill, so that is really good. Minty's gonna be able to get in I want to say plat. I always say I should learn call outs and then never do. But Minty is about 6 seconds away from penalty running out. But Yes I Do is having to play at range because they are scared about that Reef Slider.
Oh, that Zig could be deadly or difficult. Oh, they didn't get the kill.
But they don't get enough, and I think this Reef Slider is going to be enough to either cheese the zone, keep Yes I Do out. Unfortunately, it was kind of wasted.
Oh, it was a trade.
They get the trade. Oh, unfortunately, Yes I Do doesn't get the zone, though, so they are going to have to race back and cover it before Minty can.
Though, coming back in at the same time, but with how much paint that Dread has, it could be quick.
Yeah, and it is hard. Not even just the amount of paint that Dread has, but the amount of purple that's around the map is making it hard for Yes I Do to do anything. And I am kind of scared about this Zip because...
so close!
Oh, I was going to say because Minty can just get the zone, but hey, if they can get the kill, that works as well. And a celebratory Reef Slider to end the game, and we are 2-0 right now.
Not too bad, though, honestly. I could still see Yes I Do winning winning the last match. It just depends really on that right weapon matchup, because I could tell that Yes I Do knows how to play that Stamper. They are good with it. They know what they're doing, but against a Dread, they are at a big paint disadvantage, and that was just bad luck. But, you know, they got all the way to remaining 66 or so, so, like, they could pull it off with the right weapons, but it's just a matter of both of them picking weapons that could go against one another. Well, you know, because at this point they're swinging it up every round. I'm actually just curious to see what they do from here, because it looked like Yes I Do's main was that Stamper. That's the one they have a badge of, but at the same time, that paint disadvantage just makes it scary. But at the same time, last match, play of 3 or play all 3. You know, it's not going to change much if they win this one, so maybe they will just go in, like, all in on their main again. We'll just have to see.
Yeah. There definitely have been seeds that have been that could have been determined by a win one more game.
True.
I know I've seen that, so I mean every game does matter, and we are going to see a double Splatana. So that's going to be interesting.
I think that's much more even odds, too, in terms of that paint, especially. So, it feels like they're on a lot more even ground now. Yes, I Do might have more of that chance, but unfortunately, Minty gets that quick pick, easy peasy, and rushes right towards their base.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the strategy here is. There are just so many ways to go. Like we see, it's really easy to just get behind, and the zone going to the defender makes it really nice to just go in and try getting it immediately.
Oh, that was so close to a pick, though. That was such a close fight right there.
Yeah, almost. And we are halfway through the time, so Minty, that's the thing. Minty doesn't even have to do a good job at killing. If Minty does a good job at distracting, that'll be enough. And the bubble, the suction, and Yes I Do having to go the entire other way from the map. It's just leaving the zone to tick lower and lower. And I don't...
Oh, they got the kill. They can cap with this. They can cap with this. There we go, baby. They're on the right track. Right with 10 remaining left. That just adds more of that tension there. That just pushes it even further. It felt so in Minty's favor, but now look at that. Yes, I Do gets 2 kills in a row. They hold space up in Minty's base. They're holding them back just like Minty was. You know, they could take this one right back.
Yeah, Minty was trying to shark, but unfortunately getting caught up by a suction bomb. And now just doing the same thing Yes I Do was, except this time they have a bubble, so they don't have to go across. And they do get the wipeout at 37. Ooh, the points tick down way faster than I thought. But yeah, this is just the same as before, as Minty is now holding. Ooh, and they do get that kill.
They're pushing up as far as they physically can. If they can just keep Yes I Do out of there, they can easily score that win at this rate. But, ooh, Yes I Do got that pick, and they are able to rush back out and cap that zone, stop it from ticking down the blue. There we go.
Yeah. Yes,
It happens to everyone. It happens to the best of us. I'm so sorry for laughing, but that was so sad. They had that. They had that.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's just tragic. It happens to everyone though, especially on this map where the zone is the one thing that moves on this map. Like, that's my big weakness on this map, personally. I main Hydra, so like, you know, as a big slow backline, it's really tedious to keep up with a moving zone. And I've had my times. I've had my fair share of falling off the map, but there we go. Yes, I Do got that kill just before the penalty ran out and bumped it back up to 41. They can hold this. They can clutch this.
Yeah, Yes I Do. Call all your teammates over to you. That's gonna help.
Call everyone with a little this way.
I mean, technically they did.
Oh, and they got a good pick just as they went down that ramp. They're still able to hold the zone, and they've got that zip to keep Minty out of the zone just a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a really good distraction tool as Yes I Do does get rid of penalty. However, that bubble is going to protect Minty, get them let them be able to cap the zone again, and try and get through the penalty, stalling for 45 seconds. This is still either player's game.
With how much of a lead Yes I Do was able to catch up, or not a lead, but with how much they were able to catch up, you know, especially with a kill like that, with 30 seconds left, they could clutch this. It's gonna probably go into overtime if I'm not mistaken, but if they just hold this, if they just keep Minty out of that darn zone, they can get that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely a distraction game, just trying to have your opponent.
Oh, it's a trade.
Oh,
It's still ticking. It's still ticking. They can do this.
Oh, they can. I don't know if they're going to get there in time, though. We have 6 seconds left.
True, with how little pain. Oh, and that bubble.
To the bubbler.
Oh, with 1 point left, they lost the lead.
That bubbler saved them.
That one bubble, they used that as a beacon and got themselves right back out there. I didn't even think of that. I was too caught up on the scores. That was genuinely so close. Had they taken like 1 second longer to paint that, then Yes I Do would have easily gotten that win, and that would have scored them that. But unfortunately, the bubble saved them. Good job to Minty for that win. That was genuinely really impressive. I can't wait to see your next matches.
Yeah, that was... Oh, wow, okay.
I'm just impressed, honestly.
Yeah, same. I wasn't even expecting the... I forgot that there was a bubble, honestly, so that was nice.
Me too. They popped it just to defend themselves, but since they got that trade, you know, Yes I Do wasn't there to destroy that bubble, and so they took advantage of that and capped that zone as soon as they could. And with 1 point remaining, I still just gotta rub that in. Like, that is so tight of a clutch right there. I was just on the edge of my seat, like, come on, don't do it.
Yeah, if that was me, it would have showed that it was uncapped. It would have shown it was uncapped, but after it reached 9.
Yeah, it would have like uncapped just as the match ended. That's just our luck, dude. I feel that. You and me both. Big handshake for that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was...
I'm honestly impressed to see Bluefin utilized so well, though, with how much space there was. They were both able to flank around each other so well. Which me personally, again, like I said, I am the Hydra one trick ever. So for me, on a map as big as Bluefin, it's so difficult for me to maneuver myself around and, you know, get into a sort of position where I can watch out for those flanks at the same time. So seeing like two flanks sort of work around each other and twist up in the zone like that, it's like a work of art in a way with how tight of a match that was.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Yeah. But we are going to go on a very quick break right before the second set. So we will see you guys soon.
We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Right now, we're going into round 2. We've got Titan and Topher ready to go. We're going on Crab Leg Capital. You know, honestly, I like Crab Leg. It's a fun map. It's a peculiar one with all the moving platforms, but it's a really fun one. I'm interested to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely an interesting map. Honestly, now that I've been like practicing E-Leader more, I've been preferring it over I've been preferring it more compared to dualies, but yeah, it's definitely nice. I forget what Titan plays. Wouldn't be surprised if it was 52 gal, honestly, but You're a little familiar with Topher, Lucky.
I think vaguely. I swear I remember. Last time I played a tournament or something, I saw a Topher and me and my friend were joking the whole time about this.
Yeah, and we may or may
awesome.
not have casted that. Anyways.
Anyways, but I digress. Let's see what we've got. Titan has blaster badges. Let's see. Ooh, they've got a bucket. Okay. And dualies. You know, I like this map for backlines. It's a really fun backline map, but I'm curious to see how it's gonna go with the 2 front lines, because I personally am terrible at front lines.
Yeah, I do think this is gonna be much like a game 1 last time, where it's just Topher has to play for that crab. Which it's definitely a lot better here than before. Ooh, and that
looks
is
like
going to
they
be the
saved that though.
Yeah, that is the nice part about having an invincible shield, is that you can just break a reef slider like that.
You can most literally tank a reef slider if you just sit there. So, you know, they took advantage of that, even if it did break their special instantly. But they've already got it back up. They've already got a crab, and they're using that to pinch off that zone and hold it there. And while they didn't paint the zone, it kept Titan from painting the zone anymore themselves. There we go. They got that kill. Now they can prioritize the zone.
Yeah, that was
ticked down all the way to 45. You know, they've got to hold up for a little bit longer.
Oh, and Titan is just booyahing, staring at the camera, not even trying to push up. Clearly, they have some confidence over Topher, which is... We'll see how that works for them. They do already have a reef slider that Topher, if he doesn't pay attention, will have to just react to it. And they're just giving Topher the zone? Is that what's going on?
Maybe they're trying to find a good opportunity to use that reef, honestly. They might be waiting for Topher to pull out that crab so that they can cancel it again. Oh no, they just got the direct with that. Saving their reef for when they were especially needed. But, you know, I'm curious why they didn't just use it to cap the zone there. But then again, who am I to talk? I'm a low level. There's that reef. Ooh, good pinch, but unfortunately Topher got right out of it. But we're in the single digits. We gotta see. It doesn't look like they're capping that in time. Oh.
Yeah, that crab was a bit of a mistake. The points were very low. Crab doesn't paint that well, really, especially near. Topher would just have had to get the kill on Titan and paint the zone, but unfortunate.
I don't think it was necessarily the worst approach they could have taken, but had they popped that crab sooner and used it as sort of a distraction, maybe painted enough of the zone to stop the countdown, then, you know, they wouldn't have to worry about covering the whole zone. They could have just tried to get the distraction, maybe get the kill, and then cover the zone, because the dualies paint really well, but unfortunately they just couldn't cap that zone in the time with the crab.
Yeah, dualies paint well, but Dreadringer paints well-er, I guess. So, yeah, that's the other thing, is that a Dreadringer can just, like... It's pretty easy for a Dreadringer to cancel a crab. Not even cancel, just kill the person inside, so...
That's the interesting thing with buckets, because you can shoot the shots over the enemy and let them land on the enemy, and that's what helps them pop that crab so easily. You know, usually it's tricky to fight a crab head on, but with a bucket, especially such a strong one like Dread, you know, you just shoot it over the crab and it gets that headshot easy peasy. Topher's still on dualies once again, and looks like Titan pulled out the S-Blast, which is an interesting pick. I'm surprised, because especially on Urchin, with the zone below the sort of plat areas there, you know, they could utilize that to paint the zone a lot better, but maybe they're going more for the kills than the paint here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I do know a good dualies usually beats a good blaster, so
At least in
as we
terms of
saw,
paint, they did there. They pinched off Titan with little to no paint and were easily able to trap them.
yeah, but Topher isn't going to be able to use Crab as nicely. Ooh, and that is going to be a trade, which is going to benefit Topher just because that zone can tick down and Topher does have more paint. So we'll see what happens here.
Another trade! Oh my goodness, they are neck and neck right now. Honestly, that is funny though.
If Topher keeps trading, that's good for him though, because like the zone's gonna tick down. We're already at 20 ticks.
And it looks like they snuck right up on Titan and got that kill. And once again, if you're outpainted on a blaster, you can only do so much about that. That was honestly, that was funny though. Two like trades in a 1v1 in a row. That is actually like perfectly neck and neck.
It was. I mean, it kind of felt like game one, Titan was just being cocky. I don't know if it was the same thing here, but like if it was, I guess well deserved.
I guess they got humbled. Now we just gotta see what they go for next. I'm wondering if they'll pull that dread back out, because we are going on to Humpback, and unlike Urchin, Humpback in Humpback, the zone is upward. The zone is above you, unless you're in the zone itself. So it could be a better one to paint with that bucket, especially since you can reach over ledges like that and like still know where your shots are going pretty easily. But at the same time, it could be a tricky one for dualies as well. You know, you gotta maneuver around a whole bunch, and with how many slants and ramps and ledges there are on Humpback, it's a tricky one to frontline on. But, you know, with how neck and neck they are, I could see it working. I'm just honestly curious to see if they stick with these same weapons or not.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
Once again, we've got Topher on the Splat dualies. And Titan's back on that dread. That's what I was thinking. That's what popped in my mind. If they won it the first time, they could win it again. That sort of mindset. Do what works.
Yeah. Yeah. And unsurprisingly, we see two mains of special charge up, one main of special power up. We're going for more reef-sided cheese, baby.
And looks like they got that zone, giving them the chance to save that reef. Are they going to use it to get the crab? It looks like they're just chipping at them again. Maybe they're trying to go for a kill like they did before. Or at least break it down. They broke down that crab, and there's that reef. It saved them from dying there.
Yeah.
And now it's just up to Topher to get that kill and cap the zone back up. They're already at 50.
Ooh, and that is a really nice kill for Titan. Just gonna paint. You don't really need to push further here because it's a little risky in a 1v1. So
especially like I said with dualies on Humpback, it's a tricky map to play a weapon like dualies on. But it looks like they're utilizing the range of that crab, trying to cap that zone without being outranged. But it looks like it only did so much. Are they gonna cap it in time? It does not look like it.
Yeah, really nice 100-0 from Titan. Yeah, just the amount of paint that they had, they could just hide wherever they wanted, waiting for Topher to just end the crab so they can get the kill. Again, all that zones in 1v1 is just trying to delay your opponent more so than trying to kill them.
For sure. And especially with how Topher wasn't going for the zone in those chances that they could have. They were trying to go for that kill. They were trying to push Titan back because they knew that they would easily kill them and get the zone back. But unfortunately, you know, Topher wasn't able to cap the zone back in time at that point because they were too focused on that kill, and it just kept ticking. And, you know, I can imagine it being just such a tricky, tedious map for a front line, so I would have had probably a harder time than they did with that.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, let me see where things are going next.
Yeah.
We've got to go into round 3. I'm not sure if we're going on break yet, but we could sit here and chit chat for a little bit. Honestly, I like what I'm seeing so far, though. You know, I like how I got confirmation we are going on break, but I like how we are seeing matches that are both neck and neck, but also very easily, like, with Titan picking off, like, easily observing how to counteract Topher there. It was impressive. I will say, I like what I'm seeing this time around. But it is time for us to go on another break while we wait for round 3. So if you guys don't mind waiting, we will see you all in a little bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
we are back here for Switzerland. Swiss number 3. I'm Orange. Next to me is Lucky. And just in the audience, muted as Brickface. Cool. Anyway.
We've got a third here. He's chilling with us. He's on the couch over there watching with the popcorn bucket. His feet are up on the table.
You know, like we got the couch that the casters are on, and then we just have the steel folding chair in the corner.
He's just got some dinky little folding chair. Be nice to him. Let him over here. That's awesome.
But anyways, we are going to see Paradiddle versus Goggles, two people that I am very familiar with. Paradiddle is a member of C-Section, my team, along with Topher, playing, get ready for this, Lucky, Hydra.
Yay!
And Goggles is part of HOG Blue and formerly the Eel Deals, and I think they're also a decaf player, if I remember. So, yes, I am that Goggles with a decaf. Okay, got it.
Checks out.
We are going to see another.
Looks like Goggles is on Dread. Oh, Dread versus Dread. Mayhaps. Maybe they were watching the stream a little bit and they saw a little bit of that and they realized, hey, this is working for these guys. Maybe, just maybe.
It does say Dread on Goggles' Sendo profile, and we kind of have a thing at our Splatoon club where for Paradiddle, where like a lot of people play Dread for some reason. Who knows? But I don't care. It's gonna be interesting. We do see the
that was so close,
used, and Goggles is the one to get the kill. They will be able to get as much paint as they need and push up. Maybe Manta isn't the best for pushing up.
They've already got a reef. You know, Paradiddle's got to be careful here. Oh, but before they even got that reef out, they already got the pick. They can take up more space and just wait for Paradiddle to come right back in.
Yeah, unfortunate for Paradiddle, but as Goggles is already halfway through, and we are going to see that's the thing about both of them having Reef Slider. Yeah, that's the thing about them both having Reef Slider is that like it's really just used as a shield more than anything else. But
they're able to cancel each other out really well, which I just find funny here at this point. But it looks like we are at 10 points. They are easily gonna score that win, unless
no,
they're getting in. Paradiddle's got it back. They're taking back the lead with that good kill. They were able to snatch that lead and hold a bit more space. They've still got that reef, so it looks like they're just waiting for Goggles to sneak their way in and get that pop on them.
Yeah, Paradiddle is just having that really nice position, just on the bunker, being able to slosh as much as they want. And something tells me both of these Reef Sliders are going to be used at the same time. I don't know why I think that. But really, what all they're doing is painting zones. Someone is going to have to make a move. Otherwise, I do think Paradiddle is in a good position here.
It's if just they can a slow tick for Paradiddle unless Goggles moves up or if Paradiddle starts going for that kill. But, you know, they're at an advantage. They're just able to hold that zone, and since Goggles isn't pushing, they can't get out there and get the zone out.
Yeah, they're kind of at like an equilibrium. If Paradiddle's in as good a position as they can, Goggles...
Ooh, they're moving back in a little bit. They're scared. Yeah. I can tell they're hesitating. But they got that reef. They're holding that.
They do.
Oh.
Oh.
Paradiddle takes it right back with their reef, however. Oh, but it looks like Goggles got that kill. They can stop them and add that penalty back onto their score.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But Goggles does have over 70 ticks to go through. before they can get rid of the penalties. So they
Penalty
still
does
have a
go
long
pretty
way
quick
to go.
though. And
It
they got
does.
that
It's
kill.
actually,
They can just take it down even more. We are already at 40 on that penalty. If they just keep
and
holding it, they could easily win without even going into overtime.
yeah, definitely. They're already at 20. You were right because, and that
And with
is
that
going to be a
easy
kill.
ledging, they can already get that kill. That's why Dread is
Yeah,
so strong on its own. It can ledge, it can do that downward damage, and look at that. That is a good win for Goggles right there. Being held back for a solid minute or two, just trying to figure out where to worm their way in and get that zone back, and then they finally get that kill and just hold it for the rest of the match. You know, that was a pretty impressive retake. I'll give them that.
it was. I do think Paradiddle was a little aggressive on the retake a little earlier there. So we'll have to see if that pattern continues, because like feeding is not a good thing to be doing. But we are going to go to Scorched Gorge, which is I'm not as happy as you are, Lucky.
To be fair, this is one of those maps that's really fun on a Hydra, but at the same time, zones on Scorch is tricky because that big old tower right in the middle, like, I can paint over that if we push up enough and I stay on the grades. A Hydra can easily paint over that and cap the zone, but I can't say much for the rest of the weapons.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, Scorch is a good map in my opinion, but it's zones where it kind of breaks for me, you know?
Zones is peculiar with, again, just with that big old tower in the middle. It's hard to get your way around, and if you're just two front lines trying to make your way around, you know, you could be making circles in there and none of you could cap the zone. That's always possible. You never know, man.
Yeah, but honestly, the tower snipe, or even on retake, there are so many places where you can use a Dreadringer. So I am really excited to just see what positions that they will, each of them will take. Or hey, Paradiddle could switch to a heavy splatling. That would be pretty good here, in my opinion.
Heavy could be pretty good. Like I said, something with more range, like. That's why I was thinking of Hydra, like, being good on this map, because if you hold a long-range weapon on those grates, you can have a whole bunch of control of mid. But, you know, we'll just have to see. Goggles on that Dread. And Paradiddle on that Dread. We're going back into it, straight, same way, back on Dread versus Dread. I love the double reef I'm seeing, because half of these reefs are just, like, practically giving each other a hug. It doesn't really do anything, but it's so funny to look at. I just cramped my foot really bad. Oh, ow, oh god.
Oh no.
Okay. That was so weird. I'm good, sorry.
Gato does get the first kill with the Reef Slider. Paradiddle, unfortunately, is not able to get it fast enough. And we are seeing Goggles need to take so much time to cap the zone just because of how big it is and the giant tower in the middle. But Paradiddle did get a Reef Slider back, killing Goggles.
I was gonna say, if they get that kill, they have just enough time to paint that zone before the other one spawns back in. And with holding that upward position, you know, it's going to be hard for Goggles to come in without having a disadvantage there.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be seeing the same thing we did last time. Paradiddle on high ground.
Double reef.
Never mind.
I was going to say, but that was so close to a trade. Goggles at 1 health as they take back that zone.
Yeah, Goggles going on a merry-go-round the way they have to go around that tower. Yeah. And we do see Goggles going in. I am a little surprised that neither of them have been able to get past the grades, but yeah, that's the thing with Scorch. Like, you don't have to get to, like, you don't have to get to 0 for a knockout. If you get to 10, your opponent really can't cap zone in that time, even if they wanted to.
Even if they make it there, it's just such a big zone. They really have to take that time to do it. Oh, that could have been a successful reef, but unfortunately, Paradiddle moved just far away enough to avoid it.
Yeah, that was
and
a
it
really
looks
good
like Goggles got another good kill there, using just enough range. With Paradiddle being down below, they were able to shoot just a little bit further and pop that kill.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, speaking of pushing against raids, speaking
okay.
of that, Goggles is now pushing into their base, and with how Scorch's back, like, spawn area is, they could hold this pretty well on a Dread.
Yeah, and Goggles is about to get lead. They might also get another kill, which they do.
And they got an aura
again.
The devil.
And we're at 30, so Paradiddle is not only going to have to kill Goggles, but also cap the Scorch Gorge zone in that time, which
15
who knows
remaining.
If that can happen. Yeah, I do think this is...
they just do not have the time.
That was curtains for Paradiddle, as Goggles does get the lead.
Like you were saying, yeah,
knockout.
They only had so much time. You know, on most maps, someone could push out within like 20 remaining and still be able to get there and cap that zone, but they weren't even able to reach the zone in time. And by the time they were getting close, they were dead. They were down. And it's just such a big map. It's an interesting one for zones. It definitely is, but it is quite a fun one now that I look at that.
Yeah. I guess you can say it's fun.
I guess. Listen, you and me are not the same. I'm a Hydro One trick. I see things completely differently.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You, me, we're not the same. No, I'm just kidding.
We're not the same. But we are going to go to
Robo Ramen. I do love this map on zones. This is one of the, like, a more interesting one for all weapons. You know, there's a lot of flanking ability you could utilize here. There's a lot of open space, but there's also enough flat ground and high ground around the zone. My dog is chasing his tail. I'm so sorry. There's enough high ground around the zone to where you could hold it even if you aren't getting right into it. It's an interesting one. I really love ramen zones.
Yeah, but you know what I'm expecting to see? A Dreadbringer mirror.
Another Dread?
I don't really see either of them switching off a Dread for this, especially if they didn't switch for Scorch. So, yeah, we'll just have to see as we get into the game.
It does just seem like one of those situations where, oh, Nautilus, hello!
I think that's
Splatling versus Splatling, hello! Rubs my hands together, licks my lips a little. sorry.
Okay, yeah, I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah, I'm like speechless. I'm like, wait, actually, Splatling gameplay? Splatling meta? Dude, Splatlings are back?
Yeah.
It looks like Goggles was able to cap that zone with just having a little bit more range and paint, but oh, Paradiddle got a good kill. Nautilus is strong and super mobile, especially with the charge hold. So it looks like they're able to utilize that pretty well.
Yeah, that was really nice for Paradiddle. And unlike every other weapon, I do think that Splashdown is good against Heavy Edit, assuming you don't get picked off, obviously. Just because Heavy Edit is not that mobile. So, yeah. And Goggles did pick the cooler special, so not much is going to happen there besides a quick respawn. And we just see the 1v1 zone tactic of delaying your opponent.
Ooh, the good splash cancel, though. Goggles was able to survive that. And with that cooler, at least while that lasts, if they do get picked, they'll come right back.
Yeah. unfortunately, that was a really nice kill from Goggles.
Pretty smooth there, pretty smooth. Yeah, I applaud that.
Just unfortunate for Paradiddle being at the height disadvantage, and unfortunately, Goggles isn't really able to use the tactical besides the quick respawn. I mean, their special charge doesn't matter. Their mobility doesn't matter as much as other weapons, and
look at that sneak. They tried to flank into that. Had they flanked from just a little bit further, they might have made that. But they were in such a close spot to Goggles. You know, a good Splatling can watch you like a hawk.
Yeah,
looks like
and we
they've
do
got
see a
10
splashdown,
remaining. They've got to paint that zone. Ooh, they could get this. They could get this. Oh my god. Oh, 1 point.
One.
Yeah, at 1 point.
Imagine if that was Scorch.
Now imagine if this was on Scorch. I mean, you do make a good point, to be fair. I cannot lie.
Yeah. Yeah, but Paradiddle is distracting. Gets
a good trade.
Gets the splashdown cheese to be able to kill them. Now Paradiddle is going to be able to rush back to zone. 30 ticks remaining. So they might be able to do something here. Just being able to delay with those suction bombs, with the main, with the fact that Goggles isn't anywhere close to getting the objective.
Ooh, but they did get that kill with Paradiddle only having 5 remaining. You know, they've both got pretty high leads, pretty close penalties. At this point, it's neck and neck.
Yeah, I need to stop saying stuff.
I need to stop saying things.
Ooh, and a trade, but this time it benefits Goggles just because of the zone is capped, but
and their penalty is already down to 20. If Paradiddle doesn't act fast, then Goggles gets an easy win here. Looks like they're going for that splashdown. Unfortunately, did not kill, but they could cap off of this. Oh, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Heavy at it.
Can they do it? Can they do it?
Really showing here.
Oh,
4, 6, 5, 2, 1. And with the kill, that is going to be the 3-0.
One very last second kill.
For Goggles.
That was so tight, though. Very last second kill. I am impressed with that. They both got to single-digit leads, and it was just holding on for dear life from both of these guys. Giving it their all. I love to see a good Splatling gameplay, and especially in a 1v1 setting. Like, that was tight. That was neck and neck. It was scary.
Yeah, it definitely would have been scary, especially if I was Paradiddle, just seeing the timer tick down, seeing it be 1, and I would be thinking to myself, just cap the zone, cap the zone. Why aren't you capping? Please. But we are going to.
I think that is 3.
That was
we will have
that was 3.
At least on my end, the stream is not showing 3. I will.
No, I don't think they put it in. I don't think they put it in Sendo yet. But
there it is.
We are going to head. Yeah, we are going to head over to a break to do stuff.
We're gonna go get our little couch sitters some more popcorn real quick.
Set up some more folding chairs. Allow Moku to get in the company fridge.
We have to unlock the fridge for these guys.
hand them their rations.
We love you guys, I promise.
We love you. But we will see you guys soon.
See you in a little bit, everyone. BRB! back to Switzerland, everyone. We are back. I'm Lucky. I've got Orange over here with me, and we are gonna watch Titan once again, but this time going against Para. I assume you pronounce that. I'm gonna take that as an E and call it good. And we're gonna go up on Mahi Mahi Resort.
Yeah, it's Para in Sendo, so it's okay, like awesome. Paradiddle's evil twin, I guess.
We've got evil villains here.
Yeah.
I've got a little angel and a little devil on my shoulders, and one of them's telling me to play Dread.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I'm definitely expecting the Dread pick from Titan. I don't know about Para. We'll have to see.
We'll have to take a look. Let's see. Yep, Titan's just going with what works. And Para's on Decab. You know, as we saw earlier, Decab was doing pretty good, but against a Dread, you know, I can see it being pretty tight, pretty even here.
I am excited that we're seeing more meta weapons apart from 52 and Slosher, so if it takes Decaf of all things, I will love it.
Ooh, but Para's having to play pretty defensive here, trying to just push in. Oh, but that bubble, that Reef instantly canceled their bubble and was an easy way to get that pick off of them. Looks like Titan's just going in for some more paint as their timer ticks down. But they're leaving Para with a lot of space to push back in.
Yeah, but that's the thing about a Reef Slider versus a Bubble, is that, like, it's one of those special matchups where one of them just wins. Like, Reef Slider beats Bubble any day of the week, so that's pretty unfortunate for Para only being able to use two of their 3 weapons.
They did stop the countdown, though. They could cap the zone if they can sneak in there right. But it looks like with the range that Dread has, there's only so much that a decap can do, especially with just a little bit of less paint that it can get. And it looks like Para's not going to make it to that zone in time. Ooh, a last-second wipe with that Reef Slider, just to really rub it in there.
Yeah,
I can see them switching off of this after that.
Yeah, one more Reef Slider just in case. I mean, I do the same thing with Splashdown, so I can't really say anything.
It is a good way to secure the win in a very last second, especially because you never know. You never know how quickly your enemy might be moving in. If they are right there and there's like 3 ticks remaining, you know, you might just have to act fast. You might have to make that final push. So it might not necessarily be just that cocky, like, oh, I win kind of special pop. It could have just been to make sure that they won rather than letting the enemy take that advantage, which was smart of them. But I am curious to see if Para stays on that decaf or if they switch off, because as much as decaf is strong, you know, against a Dread, they were outpainted. They weren't able to push up without being clear as day, which is also tricky on a map like Mahi because it's so flat and it's so open, and your enemy can watch you like everywhere you go. So
yeah, definitely. Looking at Para's Sendo profile, the only other weapon listed is the V-Roller, but I don't think that's gonna... Well, I mean, it's a good weapon, even if I, like, slightly dislike it, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. I mean, I don't think it's good, period, or I don't think it's that good in a 1v1 scenario, let alone against a Reef... not a Reef Slider, a Dread Ringer, so we'll have to see what happens. I could see the Charcoal Decaf come out, actually. While the Splash Roll doesn't help much, that Inkjet could help just enough to actually be able to It could be just enough to actually be able to get the kills that they need, try and cap zone.
We're just gonna have to see. I am curious. Maybe they'll pull something we haven't seen them play yet. Nova!
Ooh. Speaking of Inkjet.
Nova and Forge. Yeah, speaking of Inkjet, that's not Forge, that's Pro. My bad.
Frozen.
Something must have happened. Mayhaps a technical error? We will wait on that for a little bit.
Maybe.
I am curious. If they're gonna keep these weapons, I'm really curious to see where that's gonna go, because Nova's not a strong killing weapon. It looks like they were on the wrong map. Okay. It happens.
Yeah. I did not notice that. I should be paying more attention. I should be paying more attention.
My brain is small, but it's okay. It's the thought
same.
That counts. It's the thought that counts. And by thought, I mean there's like nothing in there. It's the facade of a thought. There we go. Now we're on the right map. But you know, as I was saying, they are very interesting weapon picks. At least in terms of damage, that Pro has a lot more damage than a Nova. But Nova can paint well, and it has that jet. So they could hold Para out pretty well with this. We just have to see and find out.
Yeah, that we will. Honestly, I think Marlon's a little underrated for zones, but I don't know, could just be me.
I like it on zones. It's a better one.
Yeah.
And looks like Titan has gotten that kill and they're able to push up, which is interesting to see, but now they have that jet, which, as I was saying, it could be really good to hold Para off, even if they don't get that kill. It's a big, distracting, annoying special to deal with.
Yeah.
And just like that, they get that one pick right off the bat.
Yeah, I totally forgot that it was Tenna missiles. I thought it was Booyah for some reason, even though that is definitely Forge.
That's on Forge.
Anyway.
You know, my brain was in the same place too. One of my old teammates was a Forge player, so I see Pro and I think of Forge.
I see. And now we're just playing Ring Around the Rosie with that pillar. And they do trade. Yeah, 20 ticks to go. And
that
this might be it for
favor.
Titan.
Para might not be able to get that with single digits left. It just looks like they're not able to make it over there in time. Oh, yeah, just as it was ended.
Yeah.
If they had like 1 or 2 more seconds, they could have capped that. Look how much they painted that. So close.
There was also a Nova on the other side, so
there was also a Nova there, which looked like pretty even odds at this point.
Novas tend to paint well. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wonder which weapon paints a little better based on these results. Ooh, but next we're going on Brinewater.
Brinewater zones. I know a certain Charger player whose eyes just lit up right now. Who's no, they say Anchor's Paradise. You know what that means.
Yeah.
Both Para and Titan have to go Elite or 4K scopes. No exceptions. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
You're gonna go Anchor, you're gonna go Meta Anchor, and you're gonna like it. No, I hope they don't. It would be funny. It would be funny.
Fine. They can play Double Hydra just to make you happy.
Double Hydra! Now that I would like to see. It is a really, really good map for backlines. It's definitely, especially on zones specifically, because you can just hold that high ground the whole time. And once you push in, yeah, you are at that low ground disadvantage, but you're such a long range weapon, at least especially on like a splat lane, you can still hold a lot of that space as you push into their base a little bit more. Speak of the devil! Speak of the devil! We love to see it! We love to see it!
Oh my god!
Orange, I think they're listening to you.
They are. Hey, I'm not complaining. Oh, Titan is going all. Titan is going all into a special charge up, trying to get as many Krakens as they can, and that those beacons are going to allow them to get into the fray earlier. Who knows if that's good against a heavy Splatling? I don't know, but we'll see if Titan can hit their shots.
I think this is such an interesting matchup. They could honestly just hold this and call it good, bro. What is Splatoon even about, bro? What is Splatoon even about?
Yeah.
This is absurd. Ooh, but it looks like they're trying to go in with that Kraken and cover the zone because that's the best paint they've got on a leader. Ooh, but they did get that pick, and now they could take the zone back with Para hitting 67 points. You know, they could hold this off if they're just able to land all their kills pretty easy.
Everyone in the peanut gallery is trying their hardest not to make a joke about the points, but anyway, we are seeing some aggro backlines here. I love to see it. The thing about Para is they paint a little better than Titan, but that box and apparently that Kraken is going to be enough to keep the zone theirs.
This is honestly impressive seeing a leader win against a Splatling, but lucky for Para, pun intended, they got that kill and they're easily able to cap that zone right back before Titan can score even a single another point. And especially with that paint, if they can just avoid Titan's kills, they could easily hold them back and cap the zone back. Or take the lead back, I mean.
Absolutely. It kind of feels like we're fighting, like, or like mirror, or like alter egos are fighting. Like you play Hydra, Paris playing heavy. No, like you play Hydra, Paris playing heavy Splatling. I've been learning E-Leader, and Titan is playing.
They got the lead.
Deco.
They got the lead.
They did get the lead, but Titan did make it neutral.
Looks like they're playing a little game of merry-go-round over here, trying to keep that zone painted. Titan's trying their hardest to cap that zone, but since, you know, if they get in Para's view, they're easily toast against a Splatling.
Yeah, Para and Titan are playing Duck Duck Goose around that block. How about I go left?
Unfortunately, that Kraken only did so much. I'm surprised they didn't go for that kill, but they still kept them from scoring, so...
But I keep thinking that Para is going to get zoned just because you kind of can't paint with Kraken. However, just the distraction works, and I don't even know what's going on anymore, but Para did get the kill. They're going to get zoned, and I do think this is going to be knockout for them.
Yeah, they just knew they couldn't make that in time. Honestly, I applaud that from Titan, though. I applaud that effort. They were giving it their all, trying to paint without being in Para's view. They were pushing as hard as they could, and when they were going around the zone, I was just like crossing my fingers thinking they could cap like this, they could cap like this, they could easily cap like this, but you know, with a Splatling, you know, they're shooting for a long enough time, they could easily catch a target if they even lay eyes on you. So, unfortunately, Titan didn't win that, but it was so impressive to see, I cannot lie.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Titan hit a shot. That's better than I could have done.
They hit one of their shots. I'll take that. It is impressive. As much as they had to hide and keep themselves away from that Splatling, they did land one of those shots. They did have zone for a while. They did hold their ground for a good minute, and I applaud that. I do applaud both of them for that. That was a pretty tight match. And a really funny matchup to see. Practically our doppelgangers, dude. Like, what was that?
Yeah, I don't know. But we are going to, that is going to be it for us as we switch commentators. Me and Lucky are going to be going on the folding chairs, stealing from the company fridge.
Don't be surprised if all the snacks are gone. I'm very hungry. I haven't had dinner. I might be a little big backed when I'm done.
Luckily, I just ate, but I ate before this. But anyways, Lucky, where can they find you?
If you want to keep up with me, you can find me at SiriBubs on Twitch, on Twitter, and on YouTube. I've started uploading on YouTube more as well if you want to see some lower level, albeit pretty good, Hydra gameplay. I've been blogging my process there a little bit more, but I am most active on Twitter. Again, that's SiriBubs, SIRIBUBZ, because I also go by Sirius, but hardly ever these days. But that's where you can find me if you want to see more of little old me.
And for me, I've started posting on Blue Sky a couple weeks ago. It is same as my username, orangeshoe0063 at Blue Sky. And with that, we will see you guys. Well, we'll see you next week. You guys will see Brickface and Moku soon. Bye.
It was fun having you all. Bye-bye.
Wow. Welcome to Switzerland. I can't believe it just be out 3-1. I went perfect. This is already off to a great start.
Hello.
Rick.
this is my first time commentating brackets. I guess we doing brackets now.
We doing brackets now.
Oh, I completely forgot I was gonna make a meme of that, and I just didn't. Maybe during our maybe during break.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see it. How's your day been?
Fine. Went to
That's good to
calculus
hear.
class. Came home, cut the grass. Fucked around on my PC for a bit, played some games. Nothing much.
This
What have you been up to?
Sounds like a productive day. I have been doing much the same except for classes. I did a bunch of housework that I needed to get done. Feels better
That's
around
good.
here.
Good.
I did some art yesterday. This is a new profile pic made from a new ref sheet that I made.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't think Stream is seeing it though. Unfortunately.
It's alright. Yeah, I've been mostly chilling, and I'm just hyped up for Splatoon Raiders.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lot of big releases coming up. We got Deltarune in 6 days. Raiders in 35. I've been counting those down.
I heard that the latest episode of The Amazing Digital Circus is going to release tomorrow. For those of you who didn't see it in theaters.
Oh, it is
Final
tomorrow!
episode.
I just happened to see that in theaters on opening day. Like, I wasn't even like trying to. My friend just offered to go out to the movies and see it, so I went. It was really good. I'm excited for it to hit YouTube and for everyone to start being able to talk about it.
So who we got here?
We got Meggy and Zeal.
Ooh. Who is who? Because our names are different. 52 gal shenanigans.
The 52 gal mirror is scary. 2 very high skill weapons.
And that's why it's meta right now. But if you got anybody to say, yo, it's not meta anymore, like ProChar or something, then I bet you anything they'll stop seeing use out of 52 gal. But for now, we're gonna see these rats face off against each other. I don't know, I feel like it's a close competition, even with a wipeout.
Yeah, Meggy taking the first kill definitely puts him in a good position.
So Zeal's gonna counterattack with those whales, though. We're just gonna dance around here and... Ooh, counter whale? Meggy's not playing around. Really wants to keep that win, but Zeal is not giving up.
Meggy was able to keep Zeal in their spawn for a considerable amount of time right there. They only have like 30 points remaining.
Oh, and that is a wipe for Meggy, as we see Zeal getting some paint control for themselves.
I bet Zeal's gonna try and block out Meggy, like Meggy did to them. But Meggy going the other direction, Zeal has to change up their strategy.
I was gonna say, it's looking like a lockout, but getting out of lockout jail.
Meggy keeping Zeal on the defense here as both of them pop their whales at the same time. But Meggy takes the win.
I'm back. I returned. Discord kept flanking me. It's been taking out my RTC this whole time. And that is a win for Meggy. Are y'all still alive?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, wanna make sure. So, what do you think we're going to see out of the competitors out of Anglefish Market as we get to that map?
I was just about to ask you that question. I think Zeal is gonna stick with 52 gal. Meggy might switch it up. I don't know to what. And I was completely wrong.
Now that is interesting. Using P-Tech now. Or the order shot if we want semantics here. I know a lot of people like semantics. So, Splat Zones Anglefish Market is the bread and butter of Splatoon comp, and I've gotta say, it's my favorite map and mode aside from Robo Zones, and the wipeout has happened.
Zeal with the first kill.
Zeal's got those Trizuka shots coming out with one shot left. Oh, never mind, I guess the shot did not get used. We love countdowns in this household. Which, speaking of counting down, your points are counting down. Yeah, me when I can't speak clear English. I'm having a hard time making complete sentences.
I think most people on this planet can't speak their primary language. I think that might just be like a human trait.
Yes, so true. Though I'm having a huge issue with speaking complete sentences.
My mind is just far too empty today. I'm having trouble coming up with things to say.
Maybe it's just because it's late. How late is it for you?
10 o'clock.
Damn! So it's gotta just be a time thing. We got the Trizuka shots coming out once again. Both shots missing, all of them missing, but Zeal takes, or I'm sorry, Meggy takes the lead this time.
Meggy really getting up close and personal with Zeal's spawn right now.
Going for a lockout.
Yep. The lockout strategy seemed to work for Meggy in the first game.
Wow.
Another win for Meggy.
So the biggest question is, will Meggy take game 3 or will Zeal cause a reverse sweep?
And I think we're going to Humpback Pump Track next.
Humpback Pump Track, the best map mode for brushes. I just say best map for brushes. I don't know why I keep putting and mode, but you know what? Normalize make humpback a mode. Just be like, oh man, humpbacks are a mode. Isn't it a map? No. In this mode, everything has more terrain. Everything has more variable height. Everything is more dynamic. So get your ink brushes and paint the floor. Which, you think we're gonna see any brushes?
I don't think we're gonna see any brushes. Both of these players seem heavy into shooters with a side of charger.
And no love for brush. Usually whenever I see a brush, it's like Octo brush or well.
Yeah. What do you think we're gonna get for weapon picks this match?
Let me do a soul read. I'm gonna say a roller and a blaster.
Roller and a blaster. Interesting choice. We'll have to see.
I was just kidding! What? What? We actually have the roller? I was just kidding!
Called the roller!
I didn't think there'd actually be a roller showing up here. Alright, we're just gonna roll with it. Gold Dynamo roller comes out into the pitch here. I'm about to get some serious paint. All Zeal needs is to get hit with that once to get thrown out of the match. Oh, but Zeal has such great aim.
You should try working as a psychic because you obviously have some talent here.
I once called so many weapons when I've been commentating. I'm over here like, how did I know?
Moku secretly has like brain scans of all of the players in the tournament, and they just don't know.
I think it's just a sense of game sense, but I'm not too sure how it works. I call it competitor's intuition.
That makes sense.
Alright, and Zeal taking out the Gold Dynamo Roller. Gold Dynamo Roller was a good choice, but it just seems like it was too slow compared to the 52 gal. I feel like unless Meggy can take this back, that Zeal is going to take this to a game 4. And we're going on to the game 4.
Zeal with an absolutely impressive performance that round, not letting Meggy get anything in.
You want to hear a funny story? I was playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. There is a gym leader who is all like, who is the dark type gym leader? I don't know if he's like dark type or else for whatever, but he's like an old businessman. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Larry! And his whole puzzle is you must figure out what my order is. And you know what I did? I went up to frame 1. I BS'd my answers and said, no way, I'm gonna get this right. I got them all right! I BS'd my answers frame 1!
That's awesome. I played Violet a while ago. I haven't touched the game in a while though.
Just frame 1. I stole Red Larry. I'm over here like we both speak the language of ramen. It is that clear. Like, there's no way I can prove that. And we've got the oh, it blew up. Oh,
wrong map.
Whoops. the comp check, though. Now they both know they're gonna go with 52 gal.
That'll be interesting to see.
"52 gals for days." And I feel like they're gonna go right in the mid, and frame 1 prediction, I feel like Meggy's gonna take Zeal off guard and then try to take zone, but who knows?
I think Meggy's gonna stick with the tried and true lockout strategy if they can get the advantage.
Zeal's the one who won that interaction. I thought it'd be Meggy, but I like when my predictions are wrong. It keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
The walls come out, and Meggy finally gets that wipe. You know what I think about whenever I see double wall come out? You ever see Season 1 Pokemon anime where it's like both Ash and a bug catcher have Metapods on their team?
No, I haven't seen the original anime.
Gosh, I gotta send you the clip. And that is a wipe. Meggy getting the lead.
And immediately going for the lockout strategy. Ooh, that was really good wall placement by Meggy.
Indeed. One time I fell
back
on a
at
wall.
it.
Oh, ring around the rosy. It didn't work. Tried to juke Zeal, and Zeal was like, yeah, no, I've played these games before. Clearly, because Zeal is holding their own against Meggy.
Meggy's still with a considerable lead, though.
True. Saving it from getting any points, Meggy keeps their lead. Oh, Zeal getting caught out before they could use the whales. Going for that lockout once again.
Both players trading kills back and forth. No one party having control for too long. This match is getting heated.
Battle of the 52 gals. Not Switzerland without them. Meggy getting the zone back for themselves.
Meggy still has a considerable lead here. And there we go, back to Zeal.
Zeal could easily hold on to this for as long as they can. Now, they have gotten wiped out by Meggy a ton before, and they still can. But you never know. With how well they're hidden, and with how well they've been fighting, I feel like they're gonna end up sweeping unexpectedly.
I feel like if Meggy can keep the momentum that they've had for the entire game just trading with Zeal, they could get the win. But they aren't able to capture zone in time, and Zeal takes the lead.
No way. We're going to a game 5. I don't know how I did the stall read on that.
Crazy. I could have easily seen that match going into a battle of stalling because they were just trading back and forth that entire time.
Yeah, it was really difficult to who would win early on, just because both of them are so evenly matched, but I feel like Meggy easily gets caught out by Zeal. Zeal has a kind of way of mind tricking their opponents, because Meggy looks like they have a good head on their shoulders. So it really says a lot about what we have in front of us, and I feel like Meggy has a shot at taking this back in this Game 5, but they have to keep a good head on their shoulders if they want to avoid the mind tricks that their fellow 52 main has been using on them so far.
Alright. And we're running another 52 gal mirror match.
Already making our way to the zones. The walls come out. Oh, Zeal going down. Meggy was not falling for that again. Meggy was not falling for the ring around the rosy trick again. They know what's going on. They know how to do things. They're not playing this time. Oh, Zeal getting caught out once again. They're serious about this. What do you think?
I feel like, all right, I'm gonna be honest. I've been a little distracted this match.
I hope everything's okay over there. It happens to me too. It's like my family texts me or something. Meggy going in, getting more points. Actually, yeah, taking the zone back. It's kind of hard to cap a zone with 52 gal, actually. From what I've seen, it just takes a lot of DPS.
Yeah, you really have to space out your shots to get the most out of the paint.
That and the fact that 52 gal is mostly a Slayer weapon.
Yeah, just even as a whole, the paint is just not as good as it could be to begin with.
True. So those penalty points are going to tick down. Zeal could easily pull some more mind tricks, but I feel like it's just a battle of the walls. Okay, so Zeal is using that to their advantage. Zeal knows that Meggy will just stop before a wall and shoot through it, but they don't play fair. So Meggy will have to go out and avoid that trick from now on. The walls are not friendly. Ooh, nice shot. Take the zone. No, you lost the lead. It's alright, you can get back. Yeah, when your wall disappears, you want to see if you can run off, because that is some dangerous maneuvering. The walls have HP. Just goes to show how confident that they are. Yeah. Be like this. You see a wall go away, you gotta... Ooh, nice. You see, Zeal could have lived that if they didn't come back for that.
I think that's game.
3, 2, 1. That is game with a wipeout, with a knockout for the road. GG's both games. That was really fun.
That was a really good bracket.
Zeal almost took it back. We almost had the reverse sweep.
Yeah, it seemed like Zeal was, locking in at the end. Finally figuring out how Meggy played and countering it.
Yeah, but still ending up getting a little overzealous in some instances, if you will.
Yep.
But I can respect it.
I'm not sure if we'll be going into our next match immediately or be going to a break. And we're going straight into the next one. Moku, you there?
Yeah. I'm still here, sorry.
Just making sure. Do you think Maggie's gonna take another Switzerland win this week, or do you think someone else will take the win?
I feel like Maggie has it, but not sure. Let me try to pull a soul read, I guess. You've got Fled on the... Alright, so Waltering is like 52 gal. So I don't know if they have any other pocket or if 52 gals are only main. And is that a 10-star badge? Oh, can we put 10-star badges on our stuff now?
I think that is a 10-star badge.
Can we do that? Oh, I can't. I guess because I'm not a paid subscriber.
I don't know if it's directly tied to if you 10-star weapon. I remember reading somewhere on Sendu that it might be something like it might just be paid to get it looking cooler. I don't remember.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I have no doubt that Meggy is a 10-star 52 gal user. They play a lot. Meggy's going to be going up against Fled this match. They have a lot of badges on Sendu.
Wow.
And they're 52 main.
Yeah. I'm also trying to figure out, Tara, where is your Discord? I want to say hi to you.
And we're going into the first match of the second bracket. I think we're gonna get double gal. No, Meggy with custom jet squelcher.
A jet squelcher. Oh, that is a bold choice.
I suppose it's not that far away from a 52 gal. Just longer range and slower kill time. Kind of plays similarly though.
It really does. Sorry, my screen's starting to lag a little bit. There we go, I got it. Getting wiped out by Fled on the 52 gal. Jet squelcher is a pretty good idea, but you're going against a weapon that tends to like getting up close. 52 gal likes to get up close in your face, like, hey, you want to see my 52 gal? No, I'm gonna show it to you anyway.
And now I just have the image of like a shady guy with like a big trench coat opening it up, and it's just like a bunch of 52 gals inside. Hey kid, you want to see my 52 gal? It's a horrific mental image.
I was thinking along the lines of that meme where it's like, hey, you want to see a magic trick? Too bad. Abracadabra.
That meme is great.
Ooh, but getting another wipe on Maggie. I don't know, Maggie. I feel like something a little bit more close quarters like 52 or maybe even a brush might help you out.
I wonder how Decavitator would work. Oh, and unfortunately, Maggie was not able to take back the zone, giving the first match to Fled.
Makes sense. Makes sense that would be their profile, but I'm trying to find Para. But I was just trying to say that about the match. Be like, oh, that makes sense that they won. No, but I actually hold on, hear me out. It does make sense that 52 Gal also won that match. The close range, close combat, weapon. So, Maggie, come here a minute. I want to get something closer. 52 Gal, Kraken 96, maybe something like an ink brush.
I think it would be fun to see a brush. I may not be the brush glazer that you are, but I think they're fun sometimes.
That makes sense. I'm just trying to look for Para's Discord. Like,
Really?
in the Switzerland chat, I'm over here like pinging a random person I thought was Para. I'm like, are you Para? I don't think that's Para.
Oh. Does Para not have their Discord linked?
No, apparently not. Para wanted to say hi to me.
No.
Alright, we're gonna stick with 52. We're gonna stick with Just Sculpture. Alright, Maggie, what are you cooking? Clearly you're cooking something if you're not getting off of Jet Sculpture. Clearly you are cooking something. So I'm gonna trust the process. What do you think?
I think Maggie might be onto something. Just maybe. I wonder, is Maggie trying to use the Jet Squelcher's range to capture the zone from farther away? Moku, what do you think Maggie's trying to do with the Jet Squelcher?
Trying to get more range and trying to get more room to get more special. Because if you really think about it, Jet Sculpture has chip damage in the form of Ink Storm, and you have Toxic Mist. But I feel like that the range is exactly the issue here. Not because it's bad, but I'm just saying Jet Sculpture doesn't really benefit from getting up close and personal like 52 Gal does. 52 Gal is just really close quarters.
Yeah. And once you're in that close quarters range, it's quite hard for you to fight back if you don't have another close range weapon.
That makes sense. And Fled just keeps... Fled, what is this walk? What is this walk, Fled? We're always trying to rough farm. We see the fit crying. Piccolo. We see the fit Piccolo.
How does it go again? These shoes don't just make me walk, they make me drip with perfection.
Hey. Alright, Maggie. Maggie. You have to take Maggie by the shoulders. Maggie! You have to get something close quarters, Maggie! You have to get closer to your opponent. The jet squelcher's not working, Maggie. Maggie, please. Why do I sound like Walter White? Jesse, you can't use jet squelcher. You have to get closer, Jesse.
Jesse! Jesse! Don't let them capture the zone! Jesse! No!
Get the zone, Jesse!
Looks like we have a pick of Robo Ramen. I'd like to see if the players change their weapons accordingly. Or if they just stick with the same weapons they've been using.
I see one more jet squelcher, sport of goodness. I'm gonna end the match, but I can't actually. I'm not in the game. Taki's the one in the game. I'm just commentating.
You're gonna use your magical commentating powers to nuke everyone's Switch.
Commentate curse the internet connection so Nogami forsakes us. Thank you, Maggie! Now get up there and show that pencil who's boss. But speaking of, we have a pencil.
Fled with a pencil?
Fled was definitely listening. Fled was definitely listening. Okay, Fled. Okay, I see it.
Fled is... Oh, wait. Is Fled in the room with us?
Or being commentator sniped.
Fled, if you can hear us, you should play, Dooley Squelcher's next round.
Play Brush.
No, Dooley Squelchers are cooler. I used to main Dooley Squelchers, and then Nintendo just killed them.
Maggie has a good lead right now. Get up real close. Yes! Yes, this is what we're talking about. You have to get really up close. You have to get really up close to get anything done. But Fled... Oh, careful. Fled is a sharpshooter. I'm surprised you went with pencil, not E-leader. You wanted the cooler. That way you're back fast, even if you did get taken out. You've got about 15 ticks to do something.
I don't think Fled's gonna get it. Oh, and the kill at the end just to add insult to injury. Oh.
Let's go!
Maggie taking it back.
I feel like Maggie was also listening, because I'm over here like, yeah, get some more close quarters, and maybe Maggie was like, bet, 52 gals coming back out.
Or maybe they just went back to the gal that they've been playing.
I mean, yeah, but like, no.
Maybe it's the psychic commentating powers allowing you to put thoughts into their head.
Yeah.
This is real, by the way. All commentators can do this. Little known fact.
So it looks like it's gonna be raining tomorrow. Love some rain.
Do you like the rain?
I do. I like rain. Not too hot out and everything.
Yeah, I think rain's pretty good.
Gonna be in the 70s tomorrow.
I don't know what the forecast is gonna be tomorrow. Probably just decently hot and sunny, or cloudy. You know, probably cloudy. It's been cloudy a lot here recently. Oh well. Here we go into the fourth match. Fledinator on the Nautilus 79 and Meggy on the 52 gal.
Ooh, that'll be something. Meggy's on that 52 gal. Splatinator will have to still be far away. I don't know why Flood will not get up in the close quarters either. But you're at a disadvantage. Oh, never mind. Flood is like, no, I'm not. It didn't even let me finish my sentence. Told me to sit down.
Knowledge is a pretty powerful weapon. The ability to store a charge can allow for some pretty good kills.
Indeed. Maggie is getting caught out by the Nautilus. I feel like, I don't know. It seems to be one of those matches where it's like, unless Maggie can figure out a way to get through Nautilus. Oh, going right for the zone.
Oh, Fled gets killed mid-triple splashdown. The thing about the Nautilus is the ability to store a charge allows for a really wide range of movement compared to a normal Splatling, which definitely helps in a 1v1 environment.
It really does, and I'm not shocked to see 52 Gal and I'm just not surprised to see this matchup. It's surprisingly I don't know what the term is.
Maggie got a really big jump in points there. Only 20 remaining. Left trying and failing to keep Maggie in spawn. But keeping point. I think Flood's got this one.
And that's usually the game. GG's everybody. Seems to me that Flood is your Switzerland 48 champion.
Awesome!
GG's to everybody in this tournament, whether you didn't make bracket or you lost out on got second place, or whatever result you got on third place match. Like, wherever you were in this tournament, take heart that you fought your hearts out. GG's.
Yeah, a lot of good teams. Thank you everyone for playing.
And I'm going to go into the company fridge and get my salmon. Where can the lovely people find you, Bert?
Where is a good place? That's a good question. I just plug my YouTube at Brickface999. That's where I'll be active, if at all. Where can we find you, Moku?
My blue sky is mokudraws1020.bsky.social. And you can find me on TikTok at Moku8386. And I think that's about it.
Meow?
It's just a vocal snow at this point because I see my cat. My cat's like down there this whole time. Whenever I see him, I just meow at him.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
GG's. For goodness, I see Klaus over here like,
GG's to everyone. And GG's.
Alright, we'll see you next time. We'll see you next time on Switzerland 49. It's gonna be a blast. Sign up, or we'll find you with a 52 gal and make you play the 52 gal. We'll just shove it in your hands. Be like, hey, is that a Jet Vulture Slate?
We're drafting you.
You didn't. Yeah, they want you. But I'm gonna. Good night, everybody.